anytime that you try to do something different, and you should always try to, push forward, and whatever you're doing is going to be problems because it's never been done before. So you can't anticipate all the things that's going to happen. The thing that happened with Samsung is a real thing. It was 20 million hits to the app. I'm not saying 20 million people hit that, but
Right.
a million
Over and
people,
over.
we went over a million, right? A million, say 1,000,003, or whatever. Was trying, right, and you couldn't get through. You hit it 20 times, so that's 20 million hits. So it was 20 million hits for the app, and it broke. No one's expecting. There's no way in the world for you to calculate 20 million hits. It's not even a number that you can fathom. It's 20 times the amount we thought was going to happen.
Right.
So you can't even prepare service for that. It's very difficult.
So in a way, it's a great problem to have because that's a whole bunch.
It's not a great problem because you want the fan to get that experience. The people that waited and downloaded it, you want them to have that experience right away. That's the only thing. It was a little disheartening to me that I was like, man, because imagine that. I can't even imagine waiting for Rakim's album at 12 o'clock and I couldn't get it. And I downloaded it on the 24th. I did everything
phone.
right.
Yeah.
24th, I downloaded my app. I set it. I watched the clock count down. And at 12 o'clock, I couldn't get it. So for me, that's not cool. That's a loss. And, that has to get better. But again, someone else is going to figure out. The next person's going to now know, how to go into it better. Which is cool, and that's my job. I took the hit for that.
So everything is different. And so for me, when I think about what's my greatest contribution is a blueprint. And that blueprint is, if you want to be successful entrepreneurially, you're not where you want to be. You should just be making 30 phone calls a day. You don't even know the 30 phone calls that you should be making, and that's where you should start. And then from that point on, if you could solve, like I said, you could solve for contacts, and contacts could be fans. They could be customers. They could be investors. If you could solve for contacts, you could solve for money. And then once you make the money, I also have a program called Wealth Plan, which tells you where to put the money. Because my family growing up was in the Salvation Army. So being in the I'm talking about actual administrators in the Salvation Army, they never saw $1 million in a bank account. They never saw $250,000 in a bank account. So I moved to New York in 2003. Within 8 months, I had $650,000 in my bank account. My family couldn't help me with that.
Right.
And also, I had too much pride to go to my friends from Harvard and say, hey, what should I do with this?
And you know what? And that's true. A lot of people go to colleges and don't tap back into that network that they have.
That's crazy.
Part
of
what
Harvard.
that's for.
Yeah,
Harvard it's all about them. Those Ivy League schools are supposed to be all about the network.
Yeah. When you come in with the network. You know what I'm saying?
Not when you're black.
So I mean, listen, I didn't come in with a network. I was very fortunate. I tested well, got in really early, but I was really the kid that was just like, okay, I don't understand any of this culture at Harvard. I don't row. I never, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? It is true because I had a conversation with somebody who went to Dartmouth, and he actually never used his alumni network until somebody told him he should.
Yeah.
And he made cold phone calls to alumni and raised millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
Just from making those cold calls, because like you said, it is people that want to invest in great ideas.
They don't have the ideas. They have the capital. They have the capital. They don't have the ideas.
So I have a utility company in Africa.
Okay.
Called ALA. Akon Lighting Africa. But the whole concept of ALA is to eventually Akon Light in Africa, Akon Light in Asia, Akon Light in America, Akon Light in Americas, which is all Latin America. So we now branched into the United States. So we have Akon Light in America now, where we're doing solar rooftops and mini grid system throughout Texas and Arizona.
How did you learn about this?
Just getting in it. Trust me, 7 years ago, I knew nothing about energy.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing. But as you get excited about certain things, you just naturally educate yourself to it. And then the more you engulf yourself, you're forced to, because now you're sitting down with people that know what they're talking about. You can't be the dumbest guy in the room.
You don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy. So you got to do your research. You got to educate yourself to it and just learn how it actually goes. And most of anything, surround yourself around people that know it and then ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.